Hey guys, what's up? I'm Rohit Khurana, host on Intellect, and welcome to another exciting video. In this video, I'm going to give you a 15-point comparison between an Android flagship and an iPhone. So if you are confused whether you should go for an Android flagship smartphone or an Apple iPhone, this is a must-watch video for you. We are comparing them on 15 different points, very useful and very practical points. So make sure you watch this video till the end. Let's get started with this video. First point that I compare these phones, the Android and iPhone, is customizations. The Android phones offer you a lot of customization. There are different variations of Android available. You can go for Android from different brands and you will definitely get a slightly different experience from one brand to another. But when you go for an iPhone, it is a unified experience. Well, some may argue that iPhones is more convenient, but those who love to customize their phones would definitely love to go for Android. So here is one point to Android. Second comparison point is the performance. Although Android flagships are full of the latest generation Qualcomm chips or the cutting edge chips with 8-12 GB of RAM, and trust me, they run really fine. But if you compare it with the state of the art flagship iPhones, they still lag in terms of performance, and the reason is that Apple has in-house hardware as well as software departments, so they have a seamless integration between the two, whereas it is not the same for Android smartphones, where the hardware is sourced from another manufacturer, software is from Google, but it is optimized by another brand as per their own experience, and more often than not there are some glitches or some hiccups in terms of performance here and there. Although Android phones have come very close to performance when it comes to iPhones, but still iPhones have an edge besides having less amount of RAM. And on paper, if you look at the specs, the Android phones may look powerful, but when you experience the two, you would find that an iPhone still works better in terms of performance compared to a typical flagship Android phone. So this one point goes to the iPhones. The third factor that I'm going to compare these phones on is the display quality. Well, in this, I would say Android is the winner hands down. The flagship Android phones have Quad HD displays, insane pixel per inch density. They are AMOLED, Super AMOLED, very dark inky blacks, and they are superb. The iPhone has also been catching up lately, but the entry level and mid level iPhones still don't have the quality of displays that an Android phone with similar price point would have. So if display is your deciding factor, Android would definitely give you better value. Factor number 4 is the build quality. Have you ever seen an Android flagship last beyond 2 years, maybe 3 years? But you must have seen iPhones 4, 5, iPhone 6 still working in hands of people, those who just refuse to let go of their iPhones. The iPhones have a superb build quality even till date. If you are an iPhone user, I'm still using an iPhone 7 Plus, which was probably I bought 3 years ago, and still runs like a charm without any troubles, without any problems. There's nothing which has broken on the phone, and the build quality is really good. On the other hand, Android phones, some of them are really sturdy, but some of them are not. It depends from brand to brand, but as a rule of thumb, if you are going for an iPhone, you cannot go wrong with the build quality. So this point definitely goes to the iPhones. Fifth comparison point is camera. Well, this may be subjective, but if you believe in consistency of camera performance, like superb quality 4K videos or super smooth video quality, super predictable image quality, iPhones have very natural pictures. The Android flagships, some of them outperform iPhone definitely, but not all of them. They have some issue or the other with some functionality or the other. Some create really good pictures, but they are very average at videos. Some create very good videos, but they may not be all-rounders. Although there are many good Android flagship phones which beat the iPhone cameras, but in general, if you take 4 or 5 flagships from Android lineup and you compare them with iPhone, you would find that iPhone would emerge as winner in most of those comparisons, if not all. So if you are someone who believes in a consistently dependable camera, then iPhone is a safer bet. So this point also goes to the iPhones. Before I move further in this video, I would like to take a few moments to thank our sponsors, the CoinDCX Go. CoinDCX Go is a very simple and easy to use cryptocurrency investment app for newcomers. With this app, you can invest in currencies like Bitcoins, Ethereum, and more. I know you must be thinking whether it is legal to invest in cryptocurrencies in India or not. Well, let me tell you, it is absolutely legal to invest in cryptocurrencies in India. However, you must understand that cryptocurrencies are not a legal tender in India, which means that you cannot go ahead and buy anything using the cryptocurrencies, whether it's goods or services. But the investment in cryptocurrencies is legal. Now you must be thinking that you need large amount of money to invest in cryptocurrencies or bitcoins. Well, it is also not true. With CoinDCX Go, you can start investing in cryptocurrencies with as little as rupees 100, and you can buy cryptocurrencies with as small amount as rupees 10 using the CoinDCX Go. It also offers zero transaction fees. Next question on your mind might be related to the security of this platform. Well, let me tell you, CoinDCX Go is ISO certified and follows all legal compliances including KYC and AML. You can securely invest through this app. It also uses two-factor authentication for enhanced user security. It is completely safe and insured by the custodian BitGo. You can add money to the app using the bank account, and you can withdraw money from the app to the bank account 24/7. To make users more aware about the cryptocurrencies and blockchain, they have also launched an educational portal called DCX Learn, wherein you can learn all about it. Summing up, CoinDCX Go is India's simplest Bitcoin app, which is not only easy to use, but it is also safe and secure. I'm leaving links to download this app in the description below this video. Now let's get back to our comparison. Point number 6 is versatility. If you talk about the ease of doing variety of activities on an Android device, like downloading files, editing them, accessing the root, installing third-party APKs, and doing whatnot, the Android phones are more like mini computers in your hand, whereas iPhones with their iOS are very restrictive in nature. You can only do a certain number of things with them in a certain way, which Apple allows with their iOS. So in those terms, the iPhones may feel very restrictive. So in terms of versatility, I would any day pick an Android phone over an iPhone. So if versatility is your main criteria to pick a phone, then you should definitely go for Android and not an iPhone. Seventh comparison point is the software support. Have you seen a 6-year, 7-year-old iPhone still running? Probably if not the latest, the later versions of iOS. I have a 7 Plus which is still running on the latest version on iOS and still keeps getting updates. But if you have a Samsung or an HTC from 2 years ago, or maybe 1.5 years ago, you may not be having the latest software update. You may still be waiting for a software upgrade, a security patch upgrade. Such is the scenario, except for the Pixel devices, which tend to get latest updates, or Android One devices which come with guaranteed updates for 2 years. If you're going for other phones, you may be in a trouble. If you're going for an Android phone, the software update simply may stop after 1 year or 1.5 years, or however the manufacturer decides so. But with an iPhone, you can be assured that till the point the hardware can support the latest software, the Apple will keep pushing the latest software, and you will be getting the newer software experiences on the older hardware of your iPhone as well. So in this department, iPhones are a clear winner. Comparison point number 8 is the battery life. Now this may be a bit subjective, because an Android phone with a 6000 mAh battery may last more than an iPhone which has a 2700 mAh battery. But if you compare the phones with comparable battery, say a 3000 mAh battery smartphone, Android flagship, a slim one, which compares to an iPhone, and if you compare the battery performance of the two, you would find that the iPhones are more consistent, if not better, consistent and more predictable. You would know how much your iPhones last. But with Android phones, with a lot of apps, memory leakage issues, the app optimization issues which arise because of the different hardwares that these apps are optimized on, there are more often than not some battery issues which emerge, especially after 6 months to 1 year of usage, when the battery physically degrades to some level. The battery degradation definitely happens with the iPhones as well, but it is not as bad and as unpredictable as it is with the Android series of phones. So if battery is one of your concerns, you can either go for a very big battery Android phone, or you can go for an iPhone, which is moderate to higher battery. The bigger size models which have bigger battery, the iPhones are more dependable compared to a similarly sized Android phone. So you can definitely go for an iPhone if battery is your main concern. So this point goes to the iPhones. Point number 9 is variety. If you like choosing something which looks different from other phones, then trust me, you would definitely be very bored of the iPhones, because there are only 2 or 3, sometimes 4 models. If you are lucky, they release 4 different sizes or 4 different models. But if you go for the Android lineup, if you go for the flagship Android phones, you will have plenty of choice there, because you will have a lot of different manufacturers with a lot of different models. The smaller ones, the bigger ones, the ones with bigger cameras, the ones with multiple cameras, the one with multiple displays as well. So you name it, you probably have it. So there is definitely a lot more variety in Android. So if you have to talk about variety, then definitely Android wins this game over iPhones. Point number 10 is affordability. Well, if you ask me personally, if you pick a similarly priced iPhone versus a similarly priced Android phone, you would definitely find that you are getting more features and maybe more storage, more camera capabilities in Android phones. They come with better specs on paper, the Android ones, but that comes at the cost of reliability, the battery life, and the earlier points that I have mentioned. So if the affordability is one of your key criterias, then probably you would be better off going for an Android phone, because they tend to start at a much lower price point. But if you are considering a flagship, then probably they would quite equate each other in terms of price. But if affordability is your concern, then Android suits you better. So this point I will give to Android. Point number 11 is kind of specific. It is called ecosystem support. If you have an iPhone, and if you have an Apple Watch, if you have an iPad, if you have a MacBook Air, if you have an iPad, you will find that these devices talk to each other seamlessly. They support functionality with each other, like the smartwatch or the Apple Watch will help you unlock your iMac. It will work as a viewfinder for your iPhone. Similarly, you can take calls on your iPhone on your iPad. So if someone calls you on your iPhone, and if you are using the iPad, you can take the call on iPad, or even as a MacBook as well. So this sort of seamless integration that Apple has built in over its devices is nowhere to be found on the Android ecosystem, which is quite scattered. You may find it with 1 or 2 manufacturers, but it will never work across different devices and different brands when it comes to Android. So this is a unique advantage that Apple iPhones offer compared to Android phones. So when it comes to ecosystem support, Apple iPhone wins this game hands down. So this point goes to the iPhone. Point number 12 is about the virtual assistants. We are very dependable on our virtual assistants like the Google and the Siri. And if you ask me which one is better, I would say personally, when I started using the Google Assistant, it was not very perfect. But in past 2 or 3 years, it has become really refined and very useful. And if I compare it with Siri, which used to be the gold standard of voice assistants, now Google Assistant has come of age and has become much better. So if you ask me now, the Google Assistant is far better than Siri in terms of functionality. Me being a tech blogger, I use both iPhone and Android at the same time. I carry 2 phones and I keep using and going back and forth between these 2 devices. And trust me, I find that the Siri is more seamless and simple and works most of the times. But the kind of functionality and the kind of features that the Google Assistant and the versatility that it offers is definitely better than the Siri on iOS devices. So I would give this one to the Android phones. Now let's talk about point number 13, which is very important to a certain category of users. Those who have confidential data, those who have privacy concerns, those who carry their important business information on their phone, or those who really care a lot about their privacy and security. For them, I would any day suggest you to go for an iPhone over an Android phone, because an Android phone has more pitfalls when it comes to security. So in this regard, the iPhone is a clear winner if privacy and security is your concern. Point number 14, which matters to a lot of users, including myself, is the resale value. If you buy a flagship Android phone today and try to sell it maybe an year and a half after that, you would hardly get 30% of the price that you paid initially. But if you are selling an iPhone of similar age, you would probably get 50% and sometimes even more depending on the condition of your phone. So when it comes to resale value, the iPhones definitely are in more demand as a used device because they are more durable, they are more dependable. So people who are in used phone market, they prefer iPhones over Android phones. Hence, the iPhones command a better resale value. So resale value is definitely better for the iPhone devices. So this one goes to the iPhones. And last, which is not the least, point number 15 is the features. And you would have probably guessed it by now. The Android phones keep coming with the bleeding edge features. You name it and you have it on an Android phone. You think it and you have it on an Android phone. The folding one, the double screen, multiple cameras, what not. They are bleeding edge when it comes to the new features. They have a lot of gimmicky features as well which come out. But eventually, if you look at the new features, they come out on Android year or maybe sometimes 2 years earlier than they start percolating to the iOS or the Apple ecosystem. If you love to have the bleeding edge and the latest technology, then Android is better off compared to an iPhone. So this point definitely goes to the Android phone. So summing up, you can see that this was a very close tie. The Android gets 8 points, whereas the iPhones get 7 points. So it is a very neck-to-neck battle. If you are someone who bothers about security, durability, dependability, and privacy, then you should go for an iPhone. But if you are someone who loves gaming, who loves to be a bit playful, who wants versatility, who wants to do everything on your device, who wants to have the latest features, latest flagships, latest designs, and some variety, then Android is a better candidate for you. There is one phone which suits your personality better than the others. So you are unique and your choice should be unique. So you should pick the one that you like. If I have to personally pick, then I would probably prefer an iPhone for myself, but I still use an Android phone because of the versatility. Me being a tech blogger, I can afford to use two and carry two devices because that is a part of my job. But if you have to pick one, you should pick the one which suits your requirements and personality better. I hope this 15-point comparison help you pick up your perfect phone depending on your personality and your requirements. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up, share this video with your friends so that you can help them out as well. This is your host Rohit Khurana. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for latest video updates. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, bye-bye and thanks for watching.